I went to Tohoku region using JR Pass and I saved 49,360 yen. That's almost 50,000. And that's equivalent to 21,000 pesos or $370. Yes, I saved about 50,000 yen when I traveled to Tohoku region. Aomori, Iwate, Akita, Miyagi, Yamagata, Fukushima, and including Tokyo, using JR Pass for 5 days. In this video, I will simply explain about JR Pass, its importance, and why it is recommended to all foreign tourists traveling in Japan, and now even foreigners living in Japan. In using JR Pass, you can avail unlimited rides of bullet trains or Shinkansen, local trains, and even buses in some regions. In JR Pass, you can choose the region and the number of days. You can choose 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, and even 21 days. Actually, this is only intended for foreigners or travelers visiting Japan for sightseeing purposes. But now, Japanese government is allowing foreigners living in Japan or working in Japan to use JR Pass in some regions. Like me, I was able to use JR Pass when I went to Kyushu region last year and recently Tohoku region. And for foreigners who are not living or working in Japan, you can use JR Pass in any regions. I bought the JR Pass for 20,000 yen, which I could use for 5 days. But if I didn't use it, I would have spent 69,360 yen or more. At the end of the video, I will tell you more about JR Pass, ways on how to buy it, how to use it, and some other things or important things you have to know about JR Pass. And of course, I will give you tips so that you can enjoy your travel or sightseeing in Japan using the JR Pass. So from now, I will show to you how I use the JR Pass in my travel to Tohoku region for 5 days and how I saved a lot of money. So let's start. I went to Tokyo Station and got my Tohoku JR Pass. Actually, you can get your pass through a reserved seat ticket vending machine to avoid a long line. I asked for help from one of the staffs there. You need to be early so that you would not waste your time. The counting of days starts on the day you get your ticket.
Thank you very much.
After getting my ticket, I immediately went to Shin Aomori and I used Hayabusa Shinkansen or bullet train. Then I transferred to Aomori station using the local train and I went to my hotel. After lunch, I went to a famous museum and some other places near my hotel. And that's the first day of using the JR Pass. On the second day, I went to a lot of famous places in Aomori. In the afternoon, I went to Morioka in Iwate and I used bullet train. And that's the second day of using JR Pass. I went to Morioka in Iwate Prefecture because I booked a hotel for my second night there. And on the next day, I would go to Akita, the next prefecture that I'm going to visit in my Tohoku region journey. On the third day, using the JR Pass again, I traveled to Akita using the bullet train, and I visited samurai residence in Kakonodate and some other famous places. After my travel to Akita, I went back to Morioka to get my things from my hotel there and moved to Yamagata Prefecture. I transferred from one bullet train to another twice, from Akita to Morioka, and I changed trains there. Then from Morioka going to Fukushima, Then in Fukushima, I changed trains there. And then from Fukushima, I went to Yamagata Prefecture. And that's the third day of using the JR Pass. On the next day, which is the fourth day, I planned to visit two famous places in Yamagata Prefecture, Ginsan Onsen and Yamadera. But because Ginsan Onsen is a little far, I wasn't able to go to Yamadera on the same day, and I needed to move to Fukushima because I booked my next hotel there. I booked my hotel in Fukushima because I thought I could easily go to nearby places like Sendai, and it's more convenient for me to go back to Tokyo, which is my last destination. And that's the fourth day of using the JR Pass. But my Tohoku region would not be completed if I could not go to Yamadera in Yamagata. So on my fifth day, I went back to Yamagata and I visited Yamadera. I woke up early in the morning, and from Fukushima, I took the bullet train again going to Yamagata. Then I took the local train in Zensan line going to Yamadera station. It's really worth going back to Yamagata to see Yamadera, the mountain temple. And because Zensan line connects to Sendai station, I made a decision to go to Sendai from Yamadera station. I used the local train, and of course, I could still use the JR Pass. Sendai station is one of the best stations in Tohoku region or even in Japan, so I didn't miss the chance to take pictures there. and I also went to some famous places there. After my travel to Sendai, I went back to Fukushima to get my things from my hotel, and my hotel is only 2-minute walk from the station. And because it's the 5th day or last day of using the JR Pass, I needed to go back to Tokyo Station, which is my last destination and my last chance of using the JR Pass. And that's it! My wonderful travel in Tohoku region using the JR Pass for 5 days with unlimited rides of Shinkansen or bullet trains and local trains for just only 20,000 yen. And from now, I would just show a simple or short computation of how much would it cost if I didn't use the JR Pass. Tokyo to Shin Aomori, 18,070 yen. Shin Aomori to Morioka, 6,650 yen. Morioka to Akita, 4,820 yen. Akita to Morioka, 4,820 yen. Morioka to Fukushima, 9,510 yen. Fukushima to Yamagata, 3,580 yen. Yamagata to Fukushima, 3,580 yen. Fukushima to Yamagata, 3,580 yen. Yamagata to Yamadera, 240 yen. Yamadera to Sendai, 860 yen. Sendai to Fukushima, 4,140 yen. Fukushima to Tokyo, 9,510 yen. The total is 69,360 yen if I didn't use the JR Pass. As you noticed, I've just shown few pictures and videos of the places I visited in Tohoku region because in this video, I just focus on how to explain about the JR Pass and to show the bullet trains or Shinkansen I used during my travel. And if you want to see more pictures and videos of my travel in Tohoku region, you can click the link above your screen. And now, these are the other things you have to know about the JR Pass. Number 1. You have to use the JR Pass for consecutive days. For example, if you're going to choose 5 days and you started using it on Monday, you can use the JR Pass up to Friday only. Number 2. The validity period of the Japan Rail Pass is based on calendar days, midnight to midnight, rather than 24-hour periods. For example, when starting to use a 7-day pass at noon on day 1, it will expire at midnight at the end of day 7, rather than at noon of day 8. Actually, there are some regions which allow you to use buses for free using the JR Pass, so you can check the region where you're going to buy and use your pass. In Tohoku region, you have to reserve your seat all the time, but reservation is free. And it's really difficult to find a seat if you cannot reserve. And just in case you forgot to reserve your seat and you're already inside the train, I think you can ask for help from the staff. In some other regions, you don't have to reserve your seat, but you have to ride in non-reserved seat track. But if you want to reserve your seat, there's a charge for that. And if you want to check more information about JR Pass, you can go to their website, japanrailpass.net. And now, these are the ways on how to purchase a JR Pass. Number 1. Via web sales service. You can purchase a JR Pass on the designated site, Japan Rail Reservation. And these are for foreigners who are coming to Japan. Once you arrive in Japan, pick up your JR Pass at the designated counter or location. So it means that when you purchase your JR Pass on the site, you can get the confirmation of your reservation or order, and when you arrive in Japan, you have to show that so that you can pick up your JR Pass or Japan Rail Pass ticket. Second, you can also buy a JR Pass at a designated store or agent before coming to Japan. You can also check the dealers or agencies in your country where you can buy the JR Pass. Third, you can buy a JR Pass at a counter here in Japan. As of now, the latest information is that Japan Rail Pass is also available at some locations here in Japan until March 31st, 2024. And for foreigners living in Japan, I would recommend this site when you purchase a JR Pass ticket, but you have to register first. Or you can go directly to a counter or location where you can buy a JR Pass ticket. And now, these are my tips. Number 1. Make a good schedule or itinerary of your travel, because I know that you want to go to a lot of places in a specific region, and you want to take the opportunity of using the Shinkansen or bullet train a lot, so don't waste time. Number 2. As much as possible, book your hotel or capsule hotel near to the station so that you can easily get your luggage or things when you are moving to another place. Number 3. If there are 2 or more popular places that you want to visit in one day, I would advise to go first to the farthest one, because after that, you can easily figure out how much time is left for the others. And on the last day of using the JR Pass, and if you still have enough time left, enjoy riding on the trains that you haven't tried, because that's your last chance of riding or using the JR Pass. But make it sure that you will not go far from your last destination. So that's all about the JR Pass. Just in case that I would add more about it or get something new or latest information about JR Pass, I would put them in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, give comments, and click the notification bell. Thank you so much. Have a safe travel.